Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go.
Klavr Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners. ShredDesign.co. If you're looking for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, look no further than ShredDesign.co on Facebook. Europa Fencing, the place to go for all your rural fencing needs. Classic wheel spokes, Otway Hydroblasting, make your old girl look new again. Plus, our newest partner, MX Inc. Do you want your bike to stand out in the crowd with custom graphics done by the best? Then contact Luca and the team at MX Inc. And last but not least, Klavr, keeping you on track for longer. Now, onto the episode.
All right, awesome. We're back in the studios, and you've got Tom Northey and Darcy Klavr here for the Klavr Flat Track Pod. It's good to be back, Tom, to see your smiling face on the other end. We've had another bit of a break. It's all my doing, but all my holidaying and family shit's out the way now pretty much, well, as far as I know at the moment. So should be good for getting into a fair bit of racing. We're in the middle of dirt track season at the moment. Flat track season coming up in July. You've got a few results for us. We were meant to get you in for Gunnedah recap before Easter there, but unfortunately that we didn't manage to pull that off because both our schedules didn't work, and it just ended up being a bit of mayhem. I mean, we went away, my wife, Catherine, and Willow, we went away to Tassie for 9 days, which was pretty nice. And it was just a holiday, which was awesome. But as you know, everyone knows before going away, there's a whole lot of shit you got to get done before you leave. And then when I was away, a bit of shit happened. A goat died and all that sort of stuff. And Sky was house sitting and she did a fantastic job. But of course, I got home yesterday. I had to fix a few light bulbs, bury a goat, and get into some firewood chopping because we've got guests coming for the cottage and all that sort of stuff. And it and in my mind, I'm going, I want to get the Harley finished and I want to change the wheels on the YZ and get some practice on some Kelpie blocks and stuff. And I was going to go to the next race meeting, Harley Club, which was meant to be the end of this month, but they've changed that. We'll talk about that in a bit. So I don't know, maybe, who knows what. I'll probably go and have a spin anyway, but we'll see how we go. So what have you been doing? Busy too?
Yeah, mate, flat out with everything else that's going on here as per usual. I've done a fair bit of riding. Got the bikes dirty a couple of weekends ago at Broadford, which was fantastic for the Bonanza. Just trying to get everything ready for the Aussie titles and trying to tie up some loose ends.
Yeah, I didn't actually mention that. I've got some footage. I don't know how good it is. I came down and popped my head in and said g'day and not just to you, but to a few other people I knew down there. And it was good to be back at the Bonanza. It wasn't quite the numbers I was expecting. Hopefully we can add to that next year. I've got a few old bikes that I really want to get up and running. They actually do accommodate moderns as well now, which they never used to. They used to very scoff at that. But it's a great weekend for seat time. If you want to get so much seat time that you're sick of your motorcycle and you want to throw it back in the garage for 12 months, the Bonanza is for you because you can go up. Did you go on the trails or anything, or you just stuck to the dirt track?
No, we actually rode, Yankee Steve, Dad and I actually rode my bikes up to the road race circuit and watched a bit of that. Unfortunately, the motocross track wasn't licensed, so they didn't have any of that going. But I did a quick loop through the trails and whatnot, and saw some parts that I definitely weren't going to go anywhere near. So I found the easy way around. But it's like you said, seat time was phenomenal. I think by 1 o'clock on the Saturday, I'd done about 8 sessions, and they weren't big sessions, but enough to pump out about good 6 quick hard laps. And then on the Sunday was, I think, about 1 or 2 o'clock, and might even be earlier. I think I did about 5, and that was it. I was cooked. Like, not that I'm the fittest bloke in the world, but like you said, you want seat time for $60 a day. You can just go balls to the wall, and you can watch all other varieties of motorcycle racing there too if you've got those bikes. So you're not restricted to just dirt track or anything like that. You can go to a whole lot of other stuff if you've got the bikes for it.
Yeah, so they had Vinduro. I think there might have been a classic trials section somewhere. I'm not sure. I did see some getting around. The dirt track, speedway, that all sort of runs at the same time. And then the road circuit as well. And the other thing too is something I noticed being an observer. It's actually quite hard not taking your riding gear, but it was interesting because I could see different things going on around the pits and new networks being made and new friendships being made. And jumping on a few different bikes you might not have ever been on before, and you jumped on a sidecar, motocross sidecar, and cut a couple laps swinging on that. Did you get on any of the speedway ones in the end or not?
No, I had a few conversations with a few of the people, but the passengers seemed to be pretty stuck to their outfits,
Fixed.
and they didn't want to throw me on the side of it, thinking I was experienced and didn't know if I knew what I was doing or what I was about. So I let them have their fun on their machines. But those grass track sidecars, mate, they look like a whole different ballgame. I definitely wanted to go on one of those, but yeah, old mate wasn't getting off the side of that chair.
Yeah, we'll tee it up.
Was
We'll tee it up one day.
He was definitely glued to it. I didn't want to push his buttons anymore because it seemed like they'd the only thing going. So I left him alone.
Yeah, yeah. But what about the motocross? You look like you handled that pretty well. Like, yeah, it didn't look like either of you were uncomfortable. I thought it was pretty good for a first attempt, never doing it.
Well, yeah, Wayne Donahue, the bloke that owns it, it's a Norton Wasp. He's raced with my dad for years, but just doing dirt track, not motocross sidecars. I don't even know where Wayne got it from or if he's ever done any meetings on it. But yeah, he said, you want to jump on and go around? And I sort of stood on the side and went, well, I know what to do, but what do I do? And he's like, I don't know, just do what you think you can do. So I sort of just stood there for a lap, holding onto the bar. If anyone's seen a motocross sidecar, it looks like a normal dirt track sidecar, just everything's bigger, the bars are higher, you obviously stand up on the platform and all that stuff. But yeah, he started cutting laps, and 1 minute I sort of stood up through the corners and I sort of sat on the guard and started talking to him, and I knew what I was doing, but sort of didn't know how to do whatever. But no, we had a world of fun. I wanted to go the opposite way around the dirt track, which they were gonna let us do it, and then some other guy was like, "Oh, we don't know if we should, or are we allowed to do that?" And I just said, just don't worry. We just did a couple of laps on that, and it was it was unreal.
Yeah, so that was Easter, but before that, we've totally skipped the Gunnedah 100 celebration.
No, not yet. We'll get there.
Yeah, so you got to go up to that one. I can't remember. Were you racing or were you spectating? You were spectating, weren't you?
Well, I'm an iron about racing, but apparently due to the numbers they had, they canned the sidecar class, which was understandable. But no, I went up there and seen a few mates and long-term family friends and had a few beers and whatnot and sat on the hill and enjoyed a good night's racing.
And was it action-packed? Were there some big names there, or what was the atmosphere in that like?
Yeah, the atmosphere was good. They had a lot of quads rock up. I think pretty much, I think every class is pretty much jam-packed. They ran a shootout for the quads and for the 450s as well, which was awesome to see. That was sort of like a 1v1 sort of thing. From I think it was the top 10 riders. So you got, I think it was 10 versus 9, and then the winner of that versus 8, winner of that versus 7, and so forth. So yeah, that was good to see. And they ran the oval track as they did on the AFT and round 1 of the AFT. Oh, sorry, I think it was round 5 of the AFT, and they ran the oval track, which was which was good because we were pretty much right on turn 1. So yeah, we got to see them coming up and hammering into that first turn.
Yeah, I'd actually like to have a crack on the oval. I think that looks like it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, one day we'll get up there.
Yeah,
give it a crack. So actually, I was thinking while you were talking there, they didn't live stream that or anything?
No, not that I know of. No, the only sort of footage I've seen is from, I dare say, people's phones and things like that. But I don't think they live streamed it. No.
All right. So no YouTube footage for anyone. So bad luck. We'll just have to rely on Tom's input and the results he's got there in front of him. And fire away, mate. Let us hear who got where.
Yeah, I've just jumped on the Gunnedah Motorcycle Club's Facebook page. It's got the results and photos of the podiums and all that too. So I'm only just going off that. I did message Gerald to get the results from him, but I dare say this is pretty much out of his mouth anyway. I'll start with the demo superstars. This is in no particular order. It's just pretty much as they are.
So you demo superstars at A50s. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, the 50 juniors. Yeah, the demo 50s. They call them the superstars, which I quite like.
It's cool. No, I'd never heard that before. That's why I was just checking.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, you got first up Cade Walsmith, Shelby Trembath, Logan Lay, Harper Levitt, Amelia Smith, Archie Smith. I'm sorry, buddy, I might butcher your name. Horadio Godric, Goldrick and Matt Campbell. Sorry, mate, if I did butcher your name, but
Hey, let's all celebrate that
I
it's
might
actually
learn it one
Tom
day.
butchering a name, not me. Let's celebrate that. You're right.
Well, hopefully I hear your name or see your name on the podium a hell of a lot more, buddy, because I'll
Yeah.
definitely give you something
Yeah,
to get
and
used
if you
to and
see
learn.
Tom or myself trackside, come in and tell us. And Blake Schlein, I think I've finally nailed it.
Yeah. Blake Schlein. Yeah, you got it.
Come on,
Schlein.
yeah, got it.
You got it.
Yeah. We do our best. We do our best.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we've got the 100cc to 150cc two-stroke and 254-stroke 13 to 16s. First place was Jaden Trembath, second place was Lenny Duggan, and third place was Nate Jagger. And yeah, those boys were on fire. They were flying. All right, next you've got the same class, but in the girls and the ladies. You've got first place is Amelia Cotts, second place was Skyanne Davies, and third place is Violet Hoskinson. Don't know if I saw a hell of a lot of these classes. Keep getting someone chewing my ear off every 2 seconds, but yeah, no, that was good to see. There was a few girls there, local girls and from Kempsey and whatnot as well, which was great.
So you were saying that you've only got the top three there, haven't you? Apart from the 50 future rock stars, was it?
Superstars.
Superstars. Damn, I was close.
Yeah.
No,
Unfortunately, I've only got the top three.
Yeah, no, that's right. So you don't know, and he's saying that he's getting his ear chewed off, but we all know he's chugging them back. Did you didn't notice how many were in the classes? Like were they full grids in the girls or?
Nah, not a hell of a lot. Like I said, I was pretty hydrated by the time we got to the track, let alone towards the end of the meeting.
Your story.
No, it's what do you mean, mate? A couple of Gatorades, I was on fire. But
yeah, that's it. Yeah, nice.
No, we got there midday Friday, and yeah, just as it all kicked off. So
beautiful.
I was pretty prepared on Saturday night. I'll tell you that for sure. All right, we'll move on to no, definitely not. ATV 60cc to 90cc two-stroke and 85cc to 125cc four-stroke 9 to 13 years quads. Never heard that class before, but I think there was a fair few. Yeah, I think it was a couple of no's. I can't remember how many people were in each class sort of thing. Well, first place was Ryan Garland, second place was Cooper Garland, and third place was Reed Road. So well done to those kids supporting the event.
Do you know what? Gunnedah has to be quad central. Must be. Because every time I've been there, there's been quite a good turnout of quad.
Yeah, I think there was five quad classes altogether. I think there was 5 quad classes, 8 juniors, I think it might be, and maybe 5 senior classes or something along those lines, maybe a bit less, but yeah.
Because a few came down for the Aussies at Albury last year. But Gunnedah is where I've seen the most for sure. Easy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think was there some at Kempsey? No, I can't remember. It's too long ago. Carry on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, you're right. These next two are quad classes as well. I think it was unfortunate there was only one in each. It was ATV 200cc two-stroke and 250cc four-stroke air-cooled 12 to under 16 years, and the winner of that was Holly Northcott. And the next one was this is ATV 200cc two-stroke to 250cc four-stroke hybrid 12 to 16 years, and first place was Braith, Burke and Paul. Hybrid, would that be, as far as I know, that's combustion engine and electric engine?
No, you've got me. I've never heard it ever.
No, that'd be
I would agree with you. A hybrid is a combination of electric and combustion, but I didn't know they existed. But I'm not a big quads guy. That's I said, that's seems to be a Gunnedah, maybe New South Wales thing, but definitely Gunnedah where I've seen the most of them. There's a couple guys down here that have got them. The Harley Club have said if you can get a grid of 4, I think it is for a grid of quads, isn't it? 4 or 6? They'll run
6 for a title, I think it might be.
Yeah. So, so we might see more quads happening down here. But it's not very common at all.
No, like you said, Gunnedah definitely holds the crown for most quads, or repetitive, consistent quads, anyways.
Yeah.
The next one is 85cc four-stroke mods, 7 to 12 years. First place is Lockie Duggan, second place is Hugo Holmes, and third place is Eddie Tyrans. And those kids were going for it.
Yeah, right.
I think Hugo and Lockie they were just passing each other backwards and forwards, and one would make a little bit of a mistake, and the other one would get a bit of a lead, and no, that was good racing. I always
Yeah,
like to
nice.
see Hugo. Hugo's good racecraft, and he's a nice little kid. It's good to see him out there again, giving it hell. All right, the next one's 85cc two-stroke and 150cc four-stroke, 9 to 13 years, and the roles were reversed. First place, Hugo Holmes. Second place, Lockie Duggan. The third place, Jet King. Yeah, one's a mods class, and the other one was just 85cc four-stroke class. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
one was
okay.
85 four-stroke
Two-stroke.
and then 85 two-stroke.
Two-stroke.
Yeah, nice. All right, the next one's 85cc two-stroke and 150cc four-stroke, 12 to 16 years. First place was Jaden Trenbar. Second place was Nat Carlion. Sorry.
Sounds good.
Carlyon. And
Yeah.
third place was Jesse Johnston. And sorry, buddy, if I butchered your name. Congratulations on your place, anyways, for that one. The next one, 65ccs, 9 to under 13 years. First place was Hugo Holmes. Second place is Will Wiggins, and third place is Preston Kraft. So well done to those kids. Another 65cc, 7 to 9 years. First place was Colin McCosta. Second place was Mason Wild, and third place was Bodie Lay. They're two different. All right, the next one's 50cc auto, 7 to 9 years. First place, Ty McNamara. Second place, Colin McCosta, and third place, Bodie Lay. And well done to Ty. I hope he continues racing dirt track for as long as his dad does, and hopefully has as much success.
It's great hearing those two names coming up through, isn't it? Again, and
especially Cohen as well. Yeah,
before
definitely.
them, and I'm not sure about the McNamara family. If Marty's dad was a racer too, I'm guessing probably, and same with Josh. Was his dad a racer as well?
I'm not 100% sure. I've
Yeah,
seen
that'd be
Marty.
interesting to
I've seen
know.
Marty's dad's around the pits and whatnot, and he's
Yeah.
very passionate with Marty's racing. So I dare say he may have something to do with motorcycle racing, if not himself. Back in the day, I'll call it.
Yeah, back in the
Back in the
I know
day.
we're almost back in the day, Tom. Well, me definitely,
Mate,
but
I was back in the day when I started. So,
yeah.
all right, the next one's 250cc four-stroke, 13 to 16 years, and first place was Nate Jagger. Second place was Jaden Trenbarth, and third place was Lenny Duggan. And well done to Nate. He rode his little heart out in that one for sure.
Yeah, you hear some of those names in flat track nets as well, which is good.
Yep, definitely. All right, the next
Always.
one's Pro Open Women's, and I think these girls are just out of juniors. Yeah, or pretty close to it. First place was Katana Robinson. Second place is Reagan Jager. Third place is Hope Irwin.
Cool.
And I think they may be just not far out of juniors. So yeah, well done, girls, and good on you for jumping up to the pro women's class. All right, next is Pro 250s.
Katana's been out for a little bit. I think it's done a couple seasons senior now, I think.
All right, okay,
And, she won the US amateurs women's
the amateur
title.
nationals, yeah.
Was that 23 or 22? 20. Time goes fast. I dare say it was 22. I apologize if I've got it wrong. It must have been 23. Yeah, and then she hurt her wrist.
Oh, right, yeah. My months men together, so
yeah,
even worse.
she's I'm the same. Yeah, she's been getting around and it's going good. Yeah, she seems to like the oil tracks, which is good. So yeah, good work, Tana. Keep it up.
All right, we'll move on to the Pro 250s. The first place was Clay Clegg. Second place was Lewis Tyne. Third place was Cooper Williams. And they were going just as hard as any other class. Definitely banging bars there.
Sorry, that was 250s, was it?
Pro 250s, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This class didn't have a hell of a lot in there, but it's always funny to see because you can see considering the quality of riders that are on these machines and how hard they would be punishing them. But this is the postie class. And so I dare say it's the bikes they use for the postie GP or something along those lines. But you can see them, one arm tucked in, head tucked down. It's just going about 8 k's an hour. I think one rider was pretending to put mail on a mailbox up the straight. And it's it's always funny to see. First place in that was Jordan Dahl. Second place was Daniel Wicks, and third place was Cooper Williams. All right. So well done on those
get your point there.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw those some of those posties getting ready at Temora, and they're actually a lot quicker than I thought they'd be. They were pretty quick. I think eight was a little bit slow.
Do they have a postie challenge down there, or is that for the? I thought did they do 100 lap race or
They were,
something like that at
yeah,
one
they were
point?
going. I don't know if it actually went through or not, but yeah, there was definitely postie bikes there practicing and getting ready for an event. And I think that year, because that would have been 2022, I reckon.
Okay.
I think that year it got canned or something. But I could be wrong. I am not being 100% factual on that, and I'm being upfront about that. But yeah, it was fun watching them go around, and it sort of made me want to get one, to be honest.
You should. I reckon you should. All right, next up, you got the ATV support. First place was Josh Griffiths, second place was Matt Griffiths, and third place was John Sherlock. I didn't get to see a hell of a lot of the quads, yeah, over that day and night. Probably half my fault, half someone else's fault. But
Yeah,
but yeah, well done to those guys for coming out. I'm not sure. Do you know where these guys are from? In New South Wales or no? Yeah, I've
no,
got no
not
idea
sure.
either.
Not
All right, we'll
sure.
move to
Let us
the
know, guys, if you're listening to the pod or someone that knows and's listening to the pod. Let us know. Drop us a line so that yeah we can talk about them and maybe contact them and find out what the go with all these quads is.
yeah, definitely. All right, we'll go to the veterans class, which I shouldn't call it that because that'd be me if I was in it. I actually didn't know they're running. Well, I turned a kind of a blind eye to running at over 35s class due to the fact that I don't have oil tires. But yeah, the over 35s class. First was Marty McNamara, second was Josh McCosta, and third place was Dickie Dow. So that was good to
You've
see.
got
There
a
was a
set of
fair few.
19s, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got 19s, yeah.
And haven't they
And
got 19 flat track tires on them?
yeah.
Yeah, so you've got all tires. What are you talking about?
Hey, I had an excuse, all right. So I'm sticking to my excuse.
Yeah, bloody soft one. Shit one.
That's exactly right. That's
Yeah,
exactly
so
right.
Marty would have been in his element there. He's pretty fast there, isn't he? Gunnedah.
Yeah,
That's his
definitely.
home
Yeah,
track, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he lives at Singleton Way at the moment now, but yeah, he's definitely a Gunnedah boy.
Yeah, good work to all those guys.
All right, next is ATV Open 550cc two-stroke to 700cc four-stroke. Jesus.
Holy shit.
First place was Matt Griffiths, second place was Josh Griffiths, and third place was Chevy Green.
Yeah, right.
Imagine that. I've got a mate that's got a 660 Raptor. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of that thing. And no, I wouldn't. I'd put it through the concrete wall.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
about
They're
that.
pretty scary. Yeah.
Oh, just yeah.
Apparently they're a shitload of fun because they feel so planted and like they're not going to go anywhere.
Oh, they look like they stick to the track like nothing else. Like you sort of only see them sort of get sideways coming. Well, it looks like out of the corner, but it looks like yeah, they stick pretty decent. All right, we got the MX Open. First place was Tom Herrick. Second place was Thorin Openshaw, and third place was Reed Batty.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not sure. I think I missed one. I missed two finals, and I think that may have been one of them. But, yeah, they were definitely on the money all day, all night. That was great
Yeah.
to see. All right, 19-inch flat track class. First place was Reed Batty. Second place was Tom Herrick. And third place was Daniel Witt. I actually think a couple of riders rode 19s in the other class too, in the MX Open or the Pro 450 class.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I remember seeing the top five riders in one final. I think it might have been a final, and they were all running 19s. And I'm sort of looking at the other bikes to see if, like, to check if the other ones are running running the 17 motard sort of setup. And yeah, a few guys at the back are running 17, so you could distinctly tell between the two. So yeah, that was awesome to see the 19s battling against the oil tires on an oil track.
Yeah. Well, the riders, I dare say, the riders that were doing that are getting more. Obviously, they're running in the Aussie flat track nats, and they're getting more experience on them anyway. And I think, yeah, for them it would be very little different.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
I imagine, yeah.
All right, we got the Pro 450s. First place was Tom Herrick. Second place was Daniel Wicks, and third place was Reed Batty. And yeah, them guys did a pretty spectacular wheelie display after that final. So that was good to see. That entertained the crowd a bit. And yeah, that concludes. And it was celebrating 100 years of Gunnedah Motorcycle Club. So it was great that they held that event. And I think it was also the Railway Cup as well. They called it too. Yeah, Railway Hotel Cup as well. I don't know if that was an individual race or if that was just a Pro 450 class they called that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was there prize money? Was there any special sort of giveaways or anything like that? Nothing there that you can see?
As far as I can see, they got medals, gold, silver, bronze medals.
Yeah, cool.
And a couple of people have got which looks like checks in their hand, so or envelopes anyways.
Nice.
So I dare say they would have yeah, won a bit of money, so that always helps, and yeah, gives you a good incentive to go back and do it another year and try and win some more money.
Yeah, and if you ever are, if you're wanting to have a crack on an oil track and you're down in Victoria, I know Gunnedah is a fair bit of a hike, but look, it's worth it. It's the club always, every time I've been there, they've been organised. They put on a great event. They're all friendly people up there, and yeah, I think it's well worth your trip wherever you are in Australia. If you want to try some oil, Gunnedah is an awesome club to go to. From my experience, personal experience, and the crew at tomorrow too, I'll give them a shout out too because they're a little bit closer for Victorians, and they don't hold quite as many meetings, but they were an awesome bunch to chat to as well. That was the first time I met Tom Herrick actually was there. I had no idea who he was. Yeah. So yeah, a good training ground, quite different the tracks though, as far as surface. So don't expect to go to tomorrow, be killing it, and then go to Gunnedah and kill it. They're quite different. Yeah. Sort of like dirt tracks, how they can, you think, oh, yeah, sand granite. I know how to ride sand granite. You get out there and go, this feels totally different.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you were experiencing a little bit of that at Broadford, weren't you?
Yeah, well, last one to
Compared to
Broadford
you.
was a couple of years ago, and it was on classic bikes. It was an old 252 stroke and a 600 Husaberg, so which the suspension blown out of it. So yeah, definitely taking my bikes there. I went into it sort of relatively thinking the same, but the pace was, I'd say, double the pace on the modern bike. So yeah, I wasn't exactly hitting my marks where I wanted to, and it didn't help that I had a tire that was completely cooked. And I'm glad you didn't have the camera out when I come around that sweeper on that last time on the 250, because that would have been plastered all over the internet, I'm sure.
Where you came off.
Right, decided
Yeah,
to
I hadn't pulled it out yet. Damn, that would have been bloody good. First time I
yeah,
go up to check Tom out how he's going around the track, and the first, actually, it was your second lap for me. I think it was almost near the end though.
yeah.
And but second lap when I got up on the corner there and pit corner, and next minute he's laying it down. I'm gonna throw my hands up. What the fuck, Tom? What's going on, mate?
Well, the first time I sort of went out wider and I was like, oh, this would be all right. And I was like, oh, I got sucked in towards the fence. And then the second one, I thought, oh, I'll hug it a bit tighter and then just try and, I don't know, just try and slide through it. And then, yeah, it went a bit too far. And I was like, oh, yep, no, off we went straight down. Tore me new gloves. I just tested durability on them.
So we won't mention the brand of the gloves if they rip. First fall. What's going on there?
I have no idea, but they weren't cheap. So, yeah,
I'll
we
be,
definitely
be
won't
writing a letter. Writing a letter. You can use this pod as a witness.
I'll be
You
sending
can
them
say,
back.
listen to the pod. It was definitely the first time.
No, they did probably better than the other set of gloves I had, so no, it's all good.
Yeah, right. So you didn't go to this next event you're going to cover either. I don't think you did you?
No, I didn't. No, I
No.
kept up with the updates for the people that were there and what they were
Yeah.
posting and what I was being told or whatnot. Wasn't really much excuse why I couldn't have traveled 2 hours north and gone up and watched the event, but yeah, to try and do all the senior meetings and go to the senior meetings as well as junior titles and junior meetings too. It just get I'll never be home and I'll never have time to do things like this. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
thought
right.
I'd just
But we can't be everywhere. And that's the hard thing. It's great to see that the sports. There's lots of events going on, and there's lots of places you can go to, but you can't be at all of them. So you don't stress about it. And I mean, I was in Tasmania looking at a bit of stuff coming out from the Harley Club Day on the 14th, and yeah, a bit of the stuff from the junior titles as well. And yeah, I'd love to be at the track, but yeah, you got to do other stuff too. I've got to spend time with the family and meet those obligations. And the business has been going good lately. We've had a few orders, been juggling and that sort of stuff as well. And you just can't be everywhere. No, it's impossible.
no. And if anyone does go to those meetings as well, and you do want to even just jump on the pod and do a recap with us, I don't mind, or
Oh
Darcy
yeah,
doesn't mind,
yeah,
just
yeah,
reading out
not
the
at all.
results if you want to give some sort of insight, just
Yeah, we really appreciate it actually because
mm,
there's so much going on, and what we actually want to touch on some of the events that are coming up. I can't get to some of them. they're 25 hours to 30 hours away from me, you know, and it's I'd love to say I had a budget that I could just book airlines and off I go and book cars and stuff, but I don't. Not this year anyway. It's a bit tight this year, but we'll be going as many things as I can do, and yeah, obviously for Klavr, flat track is our main priority. I love dirt track too. Slight difference over here in Australia for our overseas listeners. 2118 is generally dirt track. Australian dirt track, flat track's 19, like the rest of the world. So yeah, that's my priority. So I am saving a few bucks for the 6 rounds of the AFTN. Plus got a team of 4 riders this year, which was a little bit unintentional. Now I'm sort of slapping myself, going, "What are you playing at?" But anyway, we'll make it happen. We'll make it work. We might, know, a few budget cuts here and there, or we might still be using the Kelpie pit tents this year. But
that's all right. Just put a couple of stickers over them. Should be right.
Yeah, well, I'll spray paint them or something. We'll make them look terrible. No, the thing is, we'll be there. That's the certainty. So
yeah, definitely, and that's the beauty of social media as well. Is if we can't get to these events, we can still try and cover the results at least,
and you know,
give you some sort of insight.
This pod in particular, we're really giving the juniors a push because there's a lot of junior stuff going on. So obviously, New South Wales titles, and at Gunnedah, you just heard how many junior classes there were. And it's fantastic. I've spoken to a few presidents of different clubs around, and you know, we really need to keep the juniors coming in to keep our sport growing and keep it healthy for the future. So if you do know people that, you know, they don't have to go straight into racing, but come to practice days and coaching days and support the clubs that way, is also an awesome way to get them some great skills that they'll carry on throughout their life on a motorcycle. Whether they actually decide to race or not is a different thing. That's a whole different cost factor for a family. But to go to practice days and just you know, probably start racing a club day is doable, I think, without traveling too far from their home and that sort of stuff. So if you do know people, encourage them to come along and have a look. Offer them a bike to have a go, that sort of stuff at your local club, and yeah, we want to build all the clubs up around Australia and make sure that we've got lots of rider numbers continuing to grow. We're seeing a bit of a surge with the senior riders, and there's a lot of good senior riders at the moment, but you know, some of them are actually getting to the older side and having families and that sort of stuff, so they might decide, you know, have to make that decision. They probably won't, but they so you know, we need riders coming up through the ranks to battle it out for the championships across Australia, which is Australian Dirt Track Championships or titles, Australian Track titles, and Australian Flat Track titles now, or championships. So, and let's not forget our brothers in the Speedway world and sidecars. So they all have championships as well, and they cross race. So that's why I want to mention them. We are predominantly a flat track podcast, but we do have a sidecar rider or racer here. So I've got to keep him happy by giving them a mention.
That's all right. I do enough as it is. You don't have to put any more on.
Oh, no, it's great. Stand up, give us a twirl. This is the new team's sponsorship T-shirt for Davies and Northy race outfit, which is awesome. Is that what you're calling yourself? It's what I'm calling you. So
we've
you haven't talked about that.
We've got a new outfit sorted out now. So which is the sidecar. Matt's got a hold of one that he's getting ready to sort out for the titles. We're going to give it a run this weekend at Nepean to blow the cobwebs out of it and see what it does and see what it doesn't do. But I'm excited. I'm pretty confident that we'll with Matt's riding ability and the bike, all I got to do is hold on and let it rip.
How many cc's is it?
This is 1,000.
Awesome.
Yeah, So
Yes,
we've
no excuses now.
no, definitely not. We've got the bike, we've got the rider. I've just got to hold on. So yeah, if all our ducks are aligned, hopefully we can find ourselves up on the podium a couple of times.
Fantastic. Yeah, I reckon you're all looking at that performance on the 600, but we won't get too ahead of ourselves. We know that new outfits can bring new challenges. So
Definitely.
yeah, new bike. You think, yeah, I mean, I'm still adjusting to my bloody bike, and
Yeah.
it's way out of date as far as modern. And but it was new to me, and I thought I'd just get on and kill it, and it's been a hell of a battle actually. But anyway,
Yeah.
getting there. I'll stop whinging and let's get into Curry, New South Wales 2024 junior titles. Dirt
All
track.
right. Dirt track titles, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll start with the 50cc auto Division 2, 7 under 9. First place was Braxton Anderson, second place was Cooper Quinn, and third place was Ty McNamara. So a couple of riders on this list I can see that also were at Gunnedah as well. So it's good to see them
McNamara.
traveling around and yeah, supporting the junior titles. All right, next we've got the 65cc 7 and 9s. Again, first place, Braxton Anderson. Second place, Cohen McCosta. And third place is Crew Tulloch from the Gold Coast. So,
Oh, big
yeah,
tip for them.
congratulations on
Yeah.
those guys. And good on your crew and family for heading all the way down from the Gold Coast to support that event. All right, 65cc 9 under 13s. First place was Cooper Antone from Albury. Second place was Hugo Holmes from Gunnedah. And third place is Caden Lantry from Curry. So well done to those
Good,
guys.
Cooper. Yeah, good job.
85cc 4-stroke modified, 7 to 12s. First place is Lockie Duggan. Third place is Hugo Holmes. Second place, sorry, Hugo Holmes. And third place was Lucy Heaton New from North Brisbane. So good on you for coming down from Brizzy and supporting that event. All right, 85cc 2-stroke to 150cc 4-stroke. First place was Hugo Holmes. Second place was Cooper Antone. And third place was Hayden Duggan. So well done to those kids on your results and your titles. Next is 100cc to 150cc 2-stroke, 13 to 16 years. This would have been unreal to watch. First place was Cooper Archibald. Second place was Bo Bally. And third place was Sam Drone, which was I was very surprised that yeah, Sam Drain wasn't on the top step, but well done to the other guys for for battling him for that one. All right, next is 250 or 200cc to 250cc 4-stroke. 13 to under 16. First place was Sam Drain. Second place was Bo Bailey, and third place was Cooper Archibald. So yeah, pretty much just first and third reversed on that one from the previous class. And yeah, that would have been insane to watch those three boys battle it out. That would have been sick. All right, 150cc 2-stroke to 250cc 4-stroke, 13 to 16 girls. First place was Amelia Cott. Second place was Holly Hope Hodgetts. And third place was Matilda Heaton New. And I'm very proud of myself for not ruining anyone or butchering anyone's name there. But yeah, well done to you girls. Yeah, it's fantastic. And Matilda's down from North Brizzy as well. And Holly's over from Forbes. So it's good to see you girls traveling over and supporting that class as well. We hope to see you girls up in the ladies class and the seniors too. The next two classes are support classes. I think obviously maybe because of the amount of riders entering it. There's 85cc 2-stroke to 150cc 4-stroke, 12 to 16 years. Girls, sorry. First place was Matilda Heaton New, and second place was Ruby Wade. And the next one's 85cc 2-stroke to 150cc 4-stroke, 12 to 16 years. First place was Jed Lewis. Second place was Oscar Middlebrook, and third place was Bodie Cardinal. And a big shout out to Bodie Cardinal. I think he come off in the first round, and not sure if he DNF'd or finished, but yeah, big congratulations to him to getting back up and managing to get back on the podium after having a bit of a spill. So well done, mate. And I just want to give another massive shout out to Cherie Langshaw. She sent me the results for that, so I can read it out here today. So thanks heaps for that, Cherie. We really
awesome.
appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely do. It makes our job a lot easier. It's awesome when people do that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that that concludes the classes for the New South Wales Junior Dirt Track titles.
Yeah, awesome. And I saw quite a bit a shout out to all the riders. Some do it more than others, but it's great to see, on their social medias, the kids posting and their parents posting on their behalf of their results and how their day's going, and some of them getting in front of the camera and talking. I think it's fantastic, and it's just giving them experience for when they become a senior and And it also just helped from so many different perspectives as far as when you're trying to get sponsorship and promoters trying to grow the sport. It shows prospective investors, I guess you'd call them, or sponsors, that there actually is a scene that we take serious. There's a serious side of our sport. It's not just all amateur, and I think it's really important to get that out there more and more so that we can use that stuff to show that people that may not know much about our sport, and we're trying to sell it to them. So keep it up, guys. It's fantastic to see, and it just makes me smile when I see people using their initiative and trying different stuff. I'll give her another mention. Actually, I mentioned her in the Gunnedah 100. Katana's very good at it. I'm not sure who she has helping her do it, if it's her parents or a family member or who it is, or if it's just herself. But she's very good at the posting. I like the way she does it. It's not just bog standard like a lot of them can be. And so, yeah, a bit of thinking outside of the square, and it's awesome to see. And it just, she does have a great list of sponsors. Another one in the senior ranks in the ladies is Taylor Street's awesome at doing it as well, and understands the importance of it. She's got a Honda ride actually with Honda this year. And that's why, because she's doing that. So if you don't sit there going, poor me, I'm not getting the sponsors yet. You just got to keep trying different things and make yourself stand out from the crowd a bit. And it's great to see that happening here in Australia. And brands like Honda giving someone a chance to promote their brand in our discipline. That's a huge thing, if you ask me. I think it's I know it has happened over the years, but to see it happening again is good to see. And well done, Taylor, and well done to everyone that really puts their sponsors out there, because for a lot of us that put money out, there is a little return, I guess, without being unfair. So when you do put that extra effort, it does make, especially when I've given them money and stuff, and they put that extra effort in to promote us, it really puts a smile on my face. It shows that you do care about it and appreciate it. So that's my rant anyway. I don't know
Well,
how I got onto
definitely
that
with
one,
anyone
but
definitely anyone with sponsors, get creative with your posts when you thank your sponsors and that as well. I know for the company that I worked for over 10 years, and they sponsor thousands of riders every single year. And they actually do have one person that looks through the riders' posts and see how they're presenting themselves, see how they're thanking their sponsors, see how much they're thanking their sponsors and things like that as well. And I know myself, if you sponsor a rider, or if you've got a company that is sponsoring a rider, they do look at what you post, and they do look at how you sort of represent their brand, so to speak. So the more creative you can get and the more eyes you can get on you, which looks better on them, which they'd be more inclined to put more money into you, and it just keeps going like that. The more you can give to them, the more they'll throw it back at you. And there is a lot of companies that just do wholly and solely focus on the sponsorship side of it. So they are seeing what you're posting, and they are seeing what you're saying. So get creative, and I guarantee it'll come flowing back to you.
And even the little sponsors, that's obviously quite a large company. I know who you're talking about, but even the little guys, as something that I think could be used more, or an angle that I think that could be used more is, mention the product that you're using. If you're using their product, mention the product. Today we'll use Kelpie Block as an example. Today the Kelpie Block got me on the top step, or whatever it is, instead of just, today I was stoked to get on the top step thanks to Kelpie, or old Kelpie thanks to Klavr. It's confusing, I know, because the tyre's still called the Kelpie Block, but do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Don't just thank the company, also express, do a bit of sales for them, sell their product for them, and what, so it might be the Under Armour you're wearing, or the body armor. I felt safe today in my Thor body armor, or whatever it is. I don't think that's done enough. Usually, happy with my results. I got first, got sixth, got eighth, got 12th. Thanks for MX Co, Joe Blogs Copy, Don's Tractors and a list of sponsors. Try to, if you can, I think a good angle is actually try to give their products a bit of recognition. That's something I think that's missed in our Aussie scene as such. If you will go to America, if you look at some of the races in America, not all of them, some of them do this very, very well. Some of our riders do this well as well, but it's just a different angle, like Tom's saying. Just look around, don't total copycat someone else, but just see, maybe I can do it slightly different. Or, I don't like, maybe look for the things you don't like and do the opposite. And that will make you different. But I think a lot of people say, oh, it's so hard to get sponsorship. But if you get just one and you do it well, you do them well, you'll get. There's no doubt about it.
Well, a perfect example of that is I actually had a friend of mine's younger brother that just started racing, and dare say he's a back of the pack rider sort of thing. He's a great kid and goes hard, and he bought a set of Fox goggles and did a little post about it, how he had the camera zoom onto his eyes and zoom back, and you could see little marks around under there where his helmet sort of met his goggles and whatnot. And he said, no, I wouldn't have. He showed the goggles and all that stuff and the tear-offs and everything too. And the company actually hit him up and said, mate, like, you've pretty much shown that it's not always the front runners that have to put up posts about their sponsors and that stuff. You're a backmarker and you've promoted the brand just as good, or if not better than they do. And he got about 8 boxes of goggles and whatever else. I had to take one off him. No, I didn't. But he gave me a set as well, and just things like that. Like, he didn't do anything, didn't ring anyone, didn't say nothing. He just posted it, tagged Fox in it. Fox ended up hitting him up and saying, mate, that was fantastic. I love seeing that sort of thing. Next thing, there's a box rock up on his doorstep with that many tear-offs, that many goggles, and everything else in between. I'm like, geez, you got more than what I do. And so it all comes down to your presence, and it's awesome. Like, I don't think you got to be at the front for people to support you. Like, if you're at the events and you're running and you've got sort of eyes on the sport, there's people at the front are just getting looked at as much as the guys at the back. And especially if your exposure on social media is massive, you know what I mean? That's half of it. Your performance on the track's half, and your performance off the track's the other half, whichever way you do it. Yeah, definitely get into it, and get creative. They love that sort of stuff. Something outside the box, they love it.
Yeah, couldn't said it better myself. So we were talking off here. We've covered the Gunnedah 100 and the 2024 New South Wales Dirt Track Junior titles, which was awesome to see. Thanks for getting those details. We've got a few things coming up. We were referring to Lyndall Butler's
that's all right.
calendar. There have been a few changes, so I don't know how accurate this is. Like, I know with the Harley Club, the Johnny Coleman Cup has been changed till November, and they're having now a practice come and try day at Broadford, so Victorian State Motorcycle Week complex on the weekend of the 4th and 5th of May, which is also the Aussie track titles in Brisbane. Have I got that right? Did I get that all good? Yep.
No, so you've got that right. Yeah, Aussie track titles at North Brisbane on the 4th and 5th of May.
If you're in the Victoria area, as myself, I'm not going to the titles. I'd love to, but I'm hopefully doing that trip for the AFTN. So I had to choose one. So like I said, my priority is AFTN. So I won't be making that one. So I'll most likely be going over to Broadford. I was going to do the Johnny Coleman Cup, which was meant to be the 27th and 28th, but that is now November. So if you've got Lyndall's calendar, that isn't happening, guys. Check with the Harley Club for their new calendar. There's a few changes on there. So I'll probably be going along to that practice day. I've got to changing tyres around and trying some different stuff. The ones I had on there, I've decided don't cut the mustard. So I'm going to try some different ideas. And what else do we have? We got the Aussie titles coming up. You're going to that one, aren't you? You said you will.
We'll be there for that one.
Yep. Yeah, so you'll be on the new machine, is that right?
Yes, we will. Everything all new.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so they'll be all new, shiny, new and shiny. So go and give Tom and Matt a pat on the back and say, good luck, guys. See you on the box. That would be good.
Well, there's a club day at Nepean Raceway this Sunday. we're going to give it a test out there. I think there's a fair few outfits rocking up for that one to
awesome.
to give it a run before the title. So if you guys got nothing on the weekend, come out, and I think the entry's closed for Nepean tomorrow. So if you want to come out and have a skid, definitely into that one. It's a big, nice, fast track. You'll love it.
Yeah, right. So what date's that? Is that the 21st, is it?
I believe so, yeah. Yep, it is.
Right. Yeah, so there's a working bee if you can go and help out at McDoon Raceway. That would be getting ready for the titles, I imagine. So there's a working bee there. So if you're up in Brisbane area and can go down and give them a hand, I dare say it will be whippersnipping and all that sort of stuff, and just making sure everything's Mickey Mouse and ready for an Aussie title event, which they get quite good viewing numbers there, spectators there, don't they? So
yeah, definitely.
You might be able to talk them into a free ticket or something. I don't know. You'll have to hit them up on that. I don't know.
Well,
What
normally
the
when you
gate
go
charge
to normally when you go to a working bee, they give you a free practice or something along those lines. I know Nepean does that. So if you go out and do a working bee, they'll give you a free practice, which which is nice. But I think, just trying to quickly look here, I think there might be actually I don't know if it's a club day or if it's a practice day just before the titles. Working bee on the 27th, 28th. You just said that.
No, 21st. So that's this weekend. The 27th, 28th was the Johnny Coleman Cup, which has been changed to November. 27th is a club day at Townsville, MCC. 28th, club champion round 2 at Gunnedah at
All right, hold on one sec. I'm here 4 days ago, North Brisbane Motorcycle Club.
Been changed.
It's got Club Day rerun take 2, 21st of April.
Oh, nice.
And then this Sunday. They've got a round, and I dare say they'll be running the long track.
So that's
and then the following weekend,
McDoon Raceway, is it?
Yeah, Mike Hatches.
Mike Hatches.
Yeah, I think McDoon's where the Aussie dirt track titles will be at Whitsunday.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's McDoon Raceway. I'm not 100%
no,
sure.
McDoon's the one by the airport, isn't it?
No, it's Mike Hatches at Nudgee.
It?
Yeah, Hatches is at Nudgee.
I get confused.
Shit, I better look at it.
North Brisbane Junior Motorcycle Club.
Yeah, pretty sure that's Mike Hatches. Mike Hatches Raceway.
You've got your Google there.
I tell you what, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look like an idiot. I'm just trying to look at any of their posts.
I think you are. I think you're
an
wrong.
Idiot or wrong?
Well, I'm not going to say that on here.
I wouldn't care less anyway.
No, I'm pretty sure McDoon's North Junior, where we went for the Aussie flat track title.
I thought they kept calling it. I swear they kept calling it Hatches. We should have covered the Casey Stoner Cup too.
That must have been on the bender, another bender that you've thought that.
Another bender. Jeez, how many benders do you think I'll go on?
I think you have a few. The Casey Stoner Cup, that looked good. I didn't see a heap about it. I saw a bit happening on the socials, but it's usually a pretty good turnout for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think
I won't read any more of this calendar out because I think there's been quite a few changes.
Yeah. I think Kirkness finally got his maiden win.
Yeah,
at the Casey Stoner Cup. So well done, Rubber Man, for that one.
I saw that. Are you going to share your screen so we can see what you're trying to find?
I'm on the North Brisbane Motorcycle Club Facebook page trying to find if it. I swear it's Mike Hatches, and I'm telling you, there's people probably yelling at their stereo, going, "It bloody is," or "It isn't." But I swear it is. How do you steer it?
No,
this is riveting content, isn't it?
At their stereo, you go. Okay.
There is radio, stereo,
do
whatever.
People have stereos anymore? I actually visit my mate in Tassie, and we stayed with him for a couple of days, and he's got these awesome speakers and an amplifier and stuff that he bought years ago. We used to play in a band together.
Yeah.
I haven't listened through anything like that for donkeys, and I just go, I didn't even know people still have this shit, like.
Well, if I'm in my car, I'll plug my phone into the stereo of the ute, so it plays through.
Yeah, but what about inside in the house through your home sound system, like your home?
Oh yeah, I've got like a sound bar that I Bluetooth to.
Yeah, I imagine that's what most people would have. But no, he's got a fair dinkum, separate amplifier, turntable.
Oh
CD
no, I'm not talking about in the 40s. I'm talking about just like your car radio stereo.
Yeah,
Maybe you should have should have called it something different. Mate, I'm determined to find out. There's probably
yeah.
people going, "It is Hatches, you idiot," but I'll figure it out.
Is that Mick do?
Mick Doohan Raceway. So, yeah, you are right. Mick Doohan
Oh,
Raceway.
yes, one to me. One to
Just
me. I'll
one.
take that. Yeah.
There's, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, give me one. Look, I'm
I'll
usually
give you
right. Well,
one.
I live in a house where I'm wrong 24/7, so I'm not gonna take
Even
it.
when you're right, you're wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah, they might be listening. I say
No,
nothing,
but
but
if anyone can, yeah, get up to Mick Doohan Raceway for the Australian track championships. That'll yeah, that is going to be awesome. I know there's a fair few outfits making the effort to go up, and yeah, it's definitely got some good action. I don't mind that venue. It's yeah, it's quite well sorted out. Looks like a good, nice, fast track. I'm pretty keen to get out there and get dirty.
yeah, sorry. All I heard was get dirty there.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, you talking about me being on the bench.
Yeah, I just had a little thought to Sunday, April 21 down in Victoria at the Victorian State Motorcycle Complex is the final round 6 of SSRAV's race here. So that's their final racing and all practice for classes. Sign in at 10 o'clock for 11 o'clock start. Nominations close this Thursday at 8 p.m. So Gary Timberman is the guy you contact. SSRAV if you're interested.
Is
Speedway.
that Speedway Sidecar Riders Association?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
So
yeah.
you would have met a few of them. And yeah, so they have solos, all different classes, juniors, seniors, side chairs, and they do run a dirt bike class. So you can go down there on a dirt bike as well.
Awesome.
And tape starts. So you're running under speedway rules. So
So
it is a lot of fun.
that's just the Speedway track, is it?
So it's just a speedway track, but it's actually one of my favourite speedway tracks. That one, I like the shape of the Broadford.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite flowy, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
it's got
definitely.
a nice radius in the corners. So I'll probably get shot for saying this, but I actually like that better than the long track. But that's just me. I seem to like short track better. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just do.
Maybe the speed scares you.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a girl. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say that. The girls are faster than me anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm
I
a
wouldn't say
sook.
it
I'm a
either.
sook. Oh, I'm getting we were talking about being politically correct in the weekend, actually, and yeah, as you can see, I'm really good at it.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think the main message we're trying to get across is, guys, there's lots of racing going on. Check with the closest club to you. Get down there, support them. Yeah, and without our clubs and all the volunteers, we don't get to go racing. And yeah, we want to see our sport to continue to grow and not drop and all that. So yeah, keep it up. No matter what level you're at, go out there, have fun. It's actually been really good within our club watching senior and juniors. We've had, I suppose, a wave of new riders that are probably on their second season now, and they're just loving it. Like they actually started to travel a bit, and every time I see them, they just say how much they love the sport. And when you've been in it a longer time, like I think this is my 13th year now or something, I still love it, but I don't think I quite have the sparkle in my eye like they do. Or
Definitely.
something like I get excited and I look forward to racing and everything, and still love it. But I think I probably get that more excitement when I go to a new track that I haven't ridden more than anything. But yeah, no, it's been really good watching them enjoying sport and yeah, learning. And I think I've sort of I feel like I've stagnated at the moment, and I actually feel like I've gone a little bit backwards. So I'm trying to fix that, and I think that's killed a little bit of the joy for me. But those guys will go through that too. I think in any sport, you sort of peak, plateau,
Yeah.
and then I just hope I haven't gone to my top of my game and that was it.
No, you're on your way back down.
Yeah, I hope not. I don't think so. I think definitely the last couple of meetings, I'm pretty sure I'm putting it on tyres. But anyway, because I was on the same set of tyres for the last two meetings, and I'm not going to say the brand because obviously I'm a brand as well, and I don't think that's very sporting. But yeah, I think one meeting was good, and then after that they've lost their edge, and
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go back to trying some other ones. I want to try the DT4s because I haven't tried those yet. Maxis, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
think you
probably.
like the DT4s. I think you'll feel fairly comfortable on them.
Yeah, I had to go on Brendan's. I think did I mention it to you or on the last pod, or I'm not can't remember. But yeah, I did a back to back. So on my bike onto Brendan's bike, never ridden Brendan's Husqvarna, and yeah, he even said, "Oh, you look comfortable instantly, like compared to
Yeah.
compared to on my own bike, which
Yeah.
is insane. It's stupid.
Actually, can I quickly jump in for a sec
Yeah,
before I not
forget.
completely forget about it? But I just want to give a massive shout out to Kirsty, Rod, and Kelsey Jensen, and as well as Daniel Lee and Eddie. We as you know, we travelled down to Broadford for the Bonanza. We got down there on the Thursday and had an awesome weekend the whole time. Went to fire up the van on the Sunday Arvo, or to make sure, or Monday Arvo it was. They had another day out there for a few other riders that weren't part of the Bonanza, but the van wouldn't start, and Kirsty and Rod and Kelsey and Daniel stayed back and helped me or help us get the van started and ran us into town and grabbed parts and all that stuff. So yeah, massive shout out to them, that family. It's an awesome family, and I love seeing you guys. And yeah, I really appreciate your help. It definitely solidified the friendship, and yeah, hopefully one day I can return the favor for you guys. But yeah, thanks again. Thank you so much for all the help that you did. You didn't have to hang around for an extra 3 or 4 hours after the day's racing. But yeah, Dad and I and Yankee Steve really appreciate your help for that. It's yeah, it really warmed my heart, and it was good to have a laugh with you guys as well.
They are an awesome bunch. And what happened to your van?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's got an issue. I don't know if it's a fuel pump. I don't know if it's a sensor. So we ran like an inline external fuel pump, which Rod come up with the idea, and we rigged it all together and sort of thing, and it fired up. And we're like, well, that's a start. And we fired it up again in the morning at 4 a.m. in the pissing down rain, and yeah, it ran. So we just jammed it in the gear and sent it. And Rod and Kelsey and Kirsty sent us messages the whole way home saying, is everything all good? Like, he's still traveling, and yeah, I was pretty much just flat foot Vicky the whole time. Hopefully the thing got there. We got it back, and the van kept giving us issues once we got it home. But yeah, at least it wasn't I think we got quoted 4,500 to get it towed back to Sydney, and that definitely wasn't going to be an option. But the amount of money we spent on it already, we kind of didn't want to yeah, have to go that far. But no, we really appreciate the help, and yeah, and everything you guys did. It was actually funny. Like, we were all having a good laugh and all that stuff. And as well as Daniel's brother, I did catch his name, but yeah, I'm shocking with it. But yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And yeah, thanks to him for, I don't know, giving us the laughs more than anything. But especially, yeah, the Kelsey, Rod, Daniel, and Kirsty, yeah, but thank you so much for your help. We'd probably still be sitting at Broadford at the moment now if it weren't for you guys. So thank you.
I'm offended you didn't ring me. I'm only 2 hours away. I would have come and helped you.
Well, they were already there, and I sort of walked over. I went over and spoke to Brendan to say g'day and whatnot, and sort of Rod overheard our conversation, and yeah, come over and said g'day, and had another mate that was a mechanic there, and sort of had a look at it, and then it started pouring down rain, and the riding stopped, so a few other people come over, but it was yeah, it was definitely Rod and Kelsey that yeah, helped us get into town and get parts and everything else as well, just to get it fired up and get it home. So no, like I said, we really appreciate your help, and hopefully one day I can return the favour, or if not, yeah, pay you back somehow.
Yeah, cool. So you stayed from the Moto Cloud Day, which is a privately run day that they have there. That Moto Cloud have been running there for a while, and was it good in the morning and then pissed down, or was it wet right from the get-go?
No, it was good in the morning. It was a forecast rain from about midday or something onwards, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock onwards. And I was surprised. The only way I knew about it is when on the Sunday afternoon, when I'd finished riding, I sort of grabbed a drink and sat on the hill to watch a couple of the Speedway boys go around. And one bloke was talking about it and said, "Oh, are you riding tomorrow?" And I was like, "Well, what are they doing?" And he sort of explained it to me about it. And I'm like, "Well, wouldn't you sort of think?" I was hoping that would have promoted that on the back of Broadford, considering it was, or the Bonanza, considering it was the same weekend. But yeah, I had no idea it was on. And the people that were at the Moto Cloud weren't the people that were at the Bonanza. And I'm thinking, well, it's the same venue, it's the same sort of thing. Like, yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't, but yeah, obviously people got Easter commitments and things like that as well. But
Yeah.
that looked good. They ran and they run the gate. I don't think they ran the gates, but you could start off the concrete with the Bonanza. They sort of had the speedway fence up, so you sort of just
Yeah.
got let out one by one sort of thing. But yeah, no, it looked really good, and yeah, I had a ball watching it all, and yeah, until it poured down rain and dampened everyone's parade.
Yeah, because I forgot Brendan went to that. I haven't spoken to him for a bit. So yeah, actually think he might have messaged me saying it was good. Yeah, I'd have to
Yeah.
check through. But yeah, it sounded like you had a pretty full on weekend then.
Oh, definitely, and yeah, Kelsey's all right. I think the first or second session she went out, yeah, went off the start, and I saw the bike in the air, and I
Oh,
saw
she
her
leaped
throwing
it
her
out, did
arms
she?
around a little bit,
Oh,
and she sort
yeah,
of
nice.
stormed off, and I went to go look for her, and yeah, and I found her afterwards, and I gave her a hug, and she's just like, what do you do? And I'm like, the poor thing would have shocked the hell out of her, but yeah,
Wasn't a
like I said,
race.
happy
Wasn't
for.
a race day though.
No, definitely not. But you never want to end up on your backside that way, anyways. Especially when yeah, you're sort of in front of everyone. But yeah,
Yeah.
happy birthday for the other day, Kelsey. I hope you had a wicked day, and yeah, don't get too wild on your 18th after your 18th either. I can only expect what shenanigans you and Daniel are going to get up to in the coming years. So
Yeah,
it'd be good to see. I can't wait to see it.
we probably shouldn't speculate, should we?
Where are they? Are they Bendigo, Ballarat?
Yeah, that's Kelsey lives in and family live in Bendigo.
Bendigo, that's right. Yeah. No, I heard about 40
Uh,
different suburbs and names and towns in Victoria where people were from. And yeah, I knew of them but never been there. But it sounds like yeah, Bendigo is and isn't the place to be. So might make a
I'm
trek one day
just
down there and see what it's about.
yeah, I almost convinced the family to move there because then all the tracks are a lot closer, about an hour 20
Yeah,
to
that's all right.
Broadford to oh shit, Gunnedah,
Oh, yep.
and Aubrey's obviously a couple hours, and then Mildura's a few hours. So, but it
Hmm.
does bring that trip down a bit. Sorry, I was just trying to look. Why can't I do that? Because I'm pretty sure Kelsey's birthday is today or tomorrow. It was an
Yeah,
early,
actually, yeah,
early.
no, I think it is today. I think they did the celebrations
Yeah,
last Sunday. Yeah.
I don't. She's hidden her about information from me, so I can't see it.
Well, if it is today, Kelsey, happy
Yeah.
birthday, kiddo. I hope you don't get too messy and yeah, behave yourself. Behave yourself as much as I would if that gives you any
Yeah,
sort of
that's
indication
from both of us.
how I want
But
you to go.
I'd probably behave more like me than Tom. But
Yeah, I'll probably behave a little bit more like you than me as well. No, I
yeah.
don't. I like me
Look,
too much.
yeah. If she behaves like me at her age, then Rod and Kirsty better watch out. But if she behaves like mature Darcy, 47-year-old Darcy, they'll have no worries. But yeah, kid Darcy was a problem.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
So yeah, as we were saying, back to the racing, lots of racing going on. Still getting prepared for the AFT and the Harley's still on
Yeah.
the go. I've just had that little holiday, so haven't really done much more. I put another coat of filler on the seat that I'm making. Probably going to do a bit of sanding tonight, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that thing on the track so I can bloody wring its neck and see what it can do and what I can do on
Yeah.
it and all that sort of stuff.
Well, you're happy to hear that I'll be at every round of the AFTN as well.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
come up to Brizzy. Well, I'm definitely going to Appen and Gunnedah. That's just a no-brainer. But yeah, I'll come up to North Brizzy as well, and we'll yeah, run a mark. I'll spin a few spanners for Goffy and yeah, get him
yeah. We'll
talking.
do a bit of pod stuff as well, obviously, and yeah, hopefully I'll have a camera person sorted out. I've got to talk to her and see if that's going to work. It should do.
I think if you open your
Even
wallet, it'll work easier.
wow, that's a yeah. You can hear the tears, can't you? You can hear the
I
tears.
can hear the
I've got the
moths.
worst. I've got the worst ancestry for giving money away. I'm Scottish, Dutch, and French Canadian, so it's yeah, pretty it seems to be a common trait in all those nationalities that they're pretty tight walleted.
I was going to let you say it. I wasn't going to say a word.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you would think that would mean I've got a lot of money, but I'm just stupid with it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, I ain't any better.
But yeah, I think that's probably about a wrap. I do want to do a pod about the new rules. I've got to do that sooner
Yes.
rather than later. I
Yeah.
also his name was mentioned at the titles, Cooper Antone. I really need to get you guys on. Sorry guys, I've been taking so long. Like I said, just time has flown by. So yeah, I need to make the time to do that, get them guys on board, which I think I'll do pretty quick actually. So I don't know. You've gone back to early starts, you said, so it might be hard to get you on, but we'll just try and do the best we can with everyone's situation. And
No, we'll make it work whenever you're
yeah,
free. Just if you can make it as early as possible, makes it easier for me. But yeah,
yeah,
whenever. I want to try and get as many more as we can, try and cover as many meetings as possible and get as many people as we can on. And if anyone does want to come on or anything like that, mate, send us a message. Come say good day at the track. Don't be scared. We won't bite. If you want to shout out,
it
come up and
actually
say good day. Yeah.
it's a real motivator when we get contacted, to be honest. And
Mm.
I do get a bit sleepy and I've got a lot of distractions. So sometimes the pod's not at the top of my thought chain, and then I sort of feel guilty. I go, shit, yeah, we should have got a pod out, before now. And then, but
Yeah.
if you're poking and prodding me, they'll come a lot quicker. Yeah, so
Like
just
we're asking like a fair few riders if they want to come on, and we are getting a lot of yeses. And then sort of when the time comes to, oh, do you want to do it this Wednesday, so to speak, we're getting oh nah or nah, and we're only going to ask a sort of handful of times before we sort of get the hint. But we want you guys to come on. We're excited to hear your
yeah,
story.
yeah.
We want to
So
know what your future plans are.
yeah, if you are one of those riders and you've got a gap coming up in your calendar with works, because a lot of it's work schedule and stuff,
Mm.
let us know. Let us know that you're keen to come on. You'll be home this day, whatever, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll make it work. It's
Yeah, we'll try and work around
almost
you as best we can.
yeah, it's almost easier that way. Like Tom said, we don't do this because we want to be chasing people around. We do this because we want the sport to get acknowledged and recognition and a
Mm.
place for our community to come and listen to what we have to say and hopefully tune in and chirp and give us your opinion, what you think as well, because it's been a bit quiet the last couple of months, to be honest, as far as that, but we haven't been pumping
Mm.
pods out either, so that's probably a bit of it. But in saying that, the motivation to do the last couple that we have done, and the one with Sky, and that I had a couple of people say, "Oh, I've been listening to the backlog, and it's been fantastic, and can't wait to hear the new ones." So even
Mm.
stuff like that really motivates me to make the time and fit it in, and we're not asking, we're not saying this for because we want rewards or pats on the back. We're just saying it
No.
because it does help us and makes the job easier. And we're just like everyone else and love the sport and want a platform for it. And yeah, that's what the Klavr pod was all about to begin with. And obviously a little bit of brand recognition in return. But yeah, we're sort of down the track a bit now, and the brand is going well, and it's great to see we now have the flat track nationals. We
Yeah.
have heaps of dirt track going on, and I sort of feel like the community's come a little bit closer. Like I was saying before, we've got people traveling around a bit more, and it would be good to see. It's no secret that New South Wales is probably the hub of dirt track, so it would be great if some of you riders came down and supported some of the Victorian clubs when you get a chance to, and bulk out the numbers down there and make new mates down here and that as well. I know it's a bit of an effort, bit of a trip, but we really love coming up your way, and I think you'll find the hospitality is just the same. And if you need a place to stay or something, unfortunately, I'm not that close to any of the tracks, but my door's always open. If you want to make a big trip of it, you can come and ride on my track, and then we can go and do some racing on your way home or something like that. So, but yeah, if you keep your lips shut, nothing ever happens. So
Mm.
sing out, say good day. Let us know your thought. We love hearing the feedback. Tom was getting lots of feedback, and then that makes him go, come on, when are we getting another pod out? And I was getting a bit of feedback, and I was saying to him, "Come on, we would get a pod out," and he's going, "Oh, I'm busy and I can't." But anyway, we made it happen. Drag Sky in here. We'll drag anyone on, basically. As long as we think we're going to have some good conversation and good material.
And as well as everybody, it's a part of a club, like mums, dads, riders as well. If your club puts a post up about a race meeting or a round coming up, share it, because you probably be friends with people that aren't on that particular club's page because they don't go there more often or whatever else. But at least it's sort of, you share it to 200 odd people that you got on your Facebook. 2 people might go, "Oh, there's a club day there," and ring their mate and say, "Hey, do you want to make a trip to wherever and race?" And sort of just try and expose your club as much as you possibly can. I know I should do it a lot more with Nepean, considering it's the only sort of Sydney-based club that's around. But yeah, definitely promote your clubs and share your Facebook posts to people that may not be on those clubs pages, and you may get sort of 1, 2, 3, or 4 more riders that rock up, which it's always better. The more on the grid, the better, I reckon.
And don't forget on that note too that Tom and I are also admins on a few pages like Short Track Down Under. I'm an admin on, and Tom's Sidecars,
Oz Dirt Track Sidecars,
Dirt Track Sidecars. So we can share your events and stuff on there, no problem at all. So yeah, you want to flick them to those pages or flick them to us, and we can share them around. Yeah, please do. We were actually talking off here about it, and it's easy to miss stuff. So Harley Club actually updated their calendar and I didn't see it. And I don't know why, because I do check in on that page a fair bit. So I don't know why I wasn't notified, unless it was just because I was away and I didn't see it, a bad timing thing or something. But some pages, we think it must be an algorithm, a Facebook thing or something. Like I'm pretty sure I have joined every dirt track Facebook page possible, especially in Australia. But because Tom sort of mentioned it, because you don't frequent them all the time, sometimes it takes you off the share list or something. I don't know how all the ins and outs work of it, but I do miss a lot. And I wonder what goes there. So what Tom's saying there, to share, make sure you share it. That will help. I'm sure I'm a friend on yours. I hope I'm a friend on your friends list, and I'll see it and then I'll share it. And yeah, we just keep sharing the love, and so we all know don't miss events, and we can come and race with each other, and keep it going that way. I think it's a good suggestion.
Yeah, I know Jobbo does massive with that. Like he shares a lot of Gunnedah, Tamworth. I think he even shared the Aussie titles at North Brizzy, so he shares as much as he possibly can too, because he likes seeing people on the grid as well. So yeah, definitely sharing around. And clubs, like if you put a post up, people's feeds run that fast. Sometimes they don't see it or whatever else. So like just share it a handful of times, sort of every second day, whatnot. Because I didn't see the one at Nepean. I think it was almost a week till after they posted it. So it's kind of, and that's my home club. And I knew it was on because I've already got the calendar saved in my phone. But it's for anyone else that wanted to go down, I'm not sure if that's when I saw it. So it's definitely get out and share it as much as you possibly can and get those numbers up, get people racing.
So you said you were racing this weekend, Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be racing on the sidecar this weekend. Yeah, I was thinking about bringing another bike out, but I'm like, I'll prioritize on that because I want to do a lot of open meetings, and it'll be all on the sidecar. So I think my 450 and 250 can have a bit more of a rest of the flogging they had at Broadford. So I'll let them relax a little bit more.
Yeah, sweet. Well, this has been a good pod, mate. Thanks for making the time and coming on, and yeah, we'll have to get Brendan back on too. I was thinking about that today when I was trying to unbog my tractor, and get Brendo back on. Might have to get Kelsey Jensen on too. Apparently, she's got a new light she needs to try out. We'll fill you in about that. And look, there's heaps of riders. I'm not going to name drop just at the moment. I'll reach out to you and we'll get you on, and let our community know about you and how good you are. And the other thing too is if you're a club president or on a committee of a club and you want to talk about your club, please reach out to us, because we'd like to acknowledge the clubs and committees as much as we can, and get people knowing about you and what to, even if it's a 15-minute pod, I'm up for it. what riders should expect when they come to your club, that sort of thing. I'm happy to do that. Yeah, we don't just want all the pods to be the same. Some point of differences are good, So yeah, like the rules one will only be a short one, if that's possible for me. But
I'm sure you'll drag
yeah,
that a little longer than the short one.
yeah, short one's only an hour and 45.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we'll do a few different ones. Uh, I'll have a look at my footage tonight of the Bonanza and see if I can make something up out of that as well.
So glad you didn't have your camera out when I did that.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell? And I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, that side of the tire's bald. It might as well be a bloody 19
and,
flat track tire.
and like we were talking about too, anyone that's got suggestions of types of events and different ways to spin the sport, yeah, throw them out there too, and we can talk about them openly. And you never know who picks it up, and we
Yeah.
might give you a ring and give you a hand to set it up. Something because we were sort of talking about the numbers at the Bonanza a bit, and that again the Facebook thing. I didn't see much advertising. Tom, you saw a bit. It might be because you registered. I don't know.
Oh, I saw a little bit, but I was speaking to a few people there, and I did mention to them and said, how come it wasn't advertised a hell of a lot? And it was something to do with Facebook kept taking it down because they classed it as an ad. And I think now on Facebook, if you post anything or promote anything, you've got to pay for an ad to be able to do that. So that might be some reason why some clubs aren't getting or some posts aren't getting its exposure, because I think they're just getting what they call a shadow ban or shadow takedown. They don't say anything to you, but they just remove the content straight away. So that might have been half the reason behind it. But
Okay.
yeah, but Easter long weekend, is it
Mm.
Victorian Motorcycle
Local
Complex?
complex. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
Easter long weekend, Broadford Bonanza. There's dirt track, speedway, enduro, trials, motocross, if the track's licensed, road
Yeah.
racing. And if you're responsible and you got your helmet on, you can ride your bike, your dirt track bike, whatever, around the whole venue and go and see these different events. When, say, dirt track's not on, you can go watch motocross or road racing. And it's an awesome weekend. This is the second year I've been there, and now they've introduced moderns as well. So you don't have to take mum and dad's or dad or granddad's old dunger out. You can take your dirt track bike. And like I said, I did that many laps. I cooked a tire. And yeah, and I was definitely cactus both days. So for $120 for 2 days, it's definitely your money's worth. Yeah, you definitely won't run out of
Yeah,
track
so
time.
what we sort of talked about while we were there is, and mainly because of the numbers, if I don't know if it's something that they want to try to get more people there or whatever, but so keep the spirit of Bonanza, but maybe have a title meeting of each discipline on the last day, or so
Yeah.
you can go and take your old bikes and you can ride on the track the day before, and then on the last day is the title meeting. You've already got a crowd there, you got people camping there and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Camping
you know,
facilities phenomenal. They've got toilet
there's
blocks, they've got
also
showers.
three
Yeah.
or 4 days available. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a road title on one day and a dirt track title on the other, or I don't know. I mean, it's obviously there's lots of ins and outs to that sort of organisation, but just being at an event like that, and we're sort of looking around and going, there are other opportunities if they want to build numbers.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it's bouncing back a bit still from COVID. They had a non-COVID year last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure, but it is a terrific concept and idea, and yeah, it was the year I went, which I think must have been like 2016 or something.
Mm.
It was shoulder to shoulder, like there's that many people there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, right.
With
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was like, for instance, we turned up Friday, maybe sort of late afternoon, maybe 5:30ish on a Friday after work,
Yeah.
and I had to camp up by the motocross track because there
Oh,
was no
wow.
like the whole dirt track campground, and that was like chockers right out to the road, right along the road, on both sides of the dam,
Wow.
up the hill by Johnny's house up there. That was all full, and we got a little spot just not far from the motocross track.
Yeah, no, as
And
you
and
saw,
then
we all camped right next to the track, and that's
yeah,
the second
yeah,
we've been there.
yeah.
That's
So yeah,
crazy.
it was quite different. So I'd love to see it bounce back because it's a great event. Yeah. So any ideas you have, guys, of stuff, yeah, sing out there. And don't think I've forgotten about the Victorian flat track side of stuff. I've just baby steps. So yeah, just because I haven't been talking about it doesn't mean I'm not doing stuff about it. So yeah, don't panic if you haven't heard anything for a bit. Yeah, it's always Darcy's cogs are always turning, is what I get told quite a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, guys. We managed to stretch. Well, I managed to stretch that one out. We said goodbye about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, take it easy, mate. Keep it sideways and go flat tracker.
Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go.